Doughdash. Girl, she had me in tears.
A lot of y'all scared to show off. It's time to show off.
What's up, y'all? So I'm super motivated. I had a really busy weekend. And I said, you know what? Monday and Tuesday are going to be my weekend. That's going to be my weekend. This week anyway. It's not always like that. We're going to treat it like the weekend. We're going to have D&D days, do nothing days. I'm forcing myself to chill, but I'm not really. Like my mind always goes 1,000 miles an hour. So this is why I'm motivated. I'm motivated to post daily this month. Now it's February 3rd, so I'm a little late for this 30-day challenge by Doughdash, Doughdash. Girl, she had me in tears. I'll insert a clip of a video that I watched from her.
All this quietness and making sure you don't offend nobody. It's time to. A lot of y'all got talents and you're afraid to really show who you could be because you don't want to act like you're showing off. It is the season to show off, baby. You can sing, it's time to show off. You can dance, it's time to show off. You a creator, it's time to show off. You an artist, it's time to show off. A lot of y'all scared to show off. It's time to show off. It's time to show people what you got because you've been holding it in for too long. Show off everything you know. Show off your talents, show off your knowledge. You're trying to put everybody else on. You're trying to encourage and support everybody else. Because you know that if it happens to you, it's not going to be what you think it's going to be. How you know that? How do you know that? How do you know you're not going to be great? How do you know you're not going to make a lot of money? How do you know you're not going to fall off? How do you know that you're going to not be successful? How do you know that? Because it's happened so many times. And we'll try again. And this time you got a different fire on the inside of you. I know too many people who got talents, but they don't want to show up. They don't want to show up their sister. They don't want to show up their brother. They don't want to get too far ahead in life because then they'll leave everybody behind. Baby, that's your problem. You're scared of leaving everybody else behind. But do you know you could be the one to help everybody else if you start showing off? You can be the one to save your family if you start showing off.
Her videos are just so inspiring. I mean, a girl started off just basically doing vlogs of her door dashing. And she just went viral. She's been sharing her journey of what it's like to post daily on YouTube. And I thought, you know what? I'm monetized. I've been monetized on YouTube. Of course, my numbers may not show it, but I've been monetized. Like, praise God. And I was spending some time with some girls over the weekend. Some really inspiring. If you've seen my shorts on it, I'll link it here. Very, very inspiring ladies here in Montreal. Yeah, and something clicked. They said, you know, you're monetized on YouTube. You should go hard on YouTube. Like, that's where the money's at. You know, if you really want to do content creation full time, work with what you have. And what you have is a monetized channel. It didn't click. I mean, I've been posting daily on shorts. If you know, you know. I've been posting daily short form content everywhere. That's on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook. I've been posting every day, everywhere since end of December. So that's more than a month. But long form, it didn't click to me that I can just be myself and just share my life and share with you what I'm thinking in the moment, what I'm going through, and maybe someone somewhere will be interested because again, my channel is monetized, so I should be able to make the most of it. But I've always been in the mindset that my content has to be polished and perfect for long form. And Doughdash is proving that no, some people just really want to feel like they know you, feel like it's relatable, feel like they're not alone going through what they're going through in life, and they just want to see real people. So this is the real and the raw, y'all. This is me. This is me in my home. This is me being a single mom. This is me raising my child alone. I mean, her dad is involved, but from far. And I'm going to give you basically glimpses of my life on a daily basis. Again, I'm a little late for the 30-day challenge, but I'm starting later, better than never. So here we are. We're going to spend some time together for the next 30 days, every single day. I work from home, and I'm mainly an entrepreneur right now, so we can get into that another day. But when I drop off my daughter early in the morning, I'm looking this way because I'm looking at the clock in the kitchen. My days at home, if I don't go to the gym, oh yeah, I'll take you to the gym with me, all of it. If I don't go to the gym in the morning, then I come home, I do my devotional, I read my Bible, I read a book, get started on my day. I usually have a list of tasks. I like to prioritize 3 tasks a day. Let me know if you want to see my skincare routine. So in the morning, because I go pretty hard at night with my skincare, in the morning, as you've seen, I just rinse my face with water, and then I go straight in with either a serum. Right now I'm using my retinol serum by the Inkey List. I love this. This will change your skin. If you have like dull skin, I don't know what's wrong with my throat. If you have dull skin, if you feel like your skin isn't as soft or vibrant or like moisturized and shiny, and if it doesn't look healthy, retinol will change the game, like it did with me. So yeah, my goal is to do low editing, just keeping it real, spending some time with me. Let me know if you like this. Let me know if you like this, what you would like to see from me. If we do sit downs while I'm doing my makeup, or while I'm working on things, while I'm doing chores around the house, let me know what you would like to hear from me. I like to multitask. So if I'm doing makeup, I like to talk and tell you something that is either motivating to me or something I'm thinking, something that God has inspired me to share. I like to do more than one thing at once. If you're a mom, that's how we do, because that's what we have to do. That saying, like, Black women don't want to be strong, they just have to be strong. Yeah, that's, this is hyaluronic acid. So it's not that I want to be a multitasker. I have to be a multitasker because time is always clicking, and I only have so many hours in a day before I got to pick up my daughter and get started on evening routines. Like, this is how I have to plan my days, like morning routine with my child, the day, and then evening routines with my child. Like, they're always part of the day, which is a blessing. I'm not complaining. I love being a mom. I could cry. I love being a mom. And my deepest, sincerest prayer is that if you listening want to be a mom too, and you're having either trouble, or you don't have a companion, you don't have a husband, ideally, to have a child with, my prayer is that God hears your answer, that he hears your cry, that he hears your prayer, and that he answers, because motherhood is such a blessing. And when I say a blessing, it's hard too, okay? It comes with its own challenges like you would never believe. I'm telling you, like, kids will show you who you are. They will push you to your limits, good and bad. Okay? So if you have unresolved trauma from your childhood, if you have trust issues, if you have tolerance issues, I'll give you specific examples. Like, if you have trouble, let's say, being told what to do, if you have trouble being corrected or being told that you're not doing something good enough, you're not doing something well, like if you're hard on yourself already, it's hard to tolerate when people are hard on you, right? Because it feels like added pressure. Yeah, if you're dealing with any of this, a child will almost amplify these issues. And I'm speaking from experience. So I regularly have to check myself. Like, don't take it out on Ruby. She has nothing to do with your issues. Like, she's saying, Mom, you didn't do that. Yeah, if she's saying that, she just means that. It's not personal. It has nothing to do with your character. She's not attacking you. Like, she's literally talking about this one thing that she wanted you to do that you didn't do. It's not that deep. And in the moment, I'm feeling my emotions boiling up. I feel like am I a bad person? Unconsciously, the feeling, the best way I can transcribe it is that I'm not good enough. I'm not doing this well. Why? Because that's the cassette tape that's playing in my subconscious from childhood. Do you see where I'm getting at? The way you were raised, the things that were said to you, sometimes it registers in the back of your head and it's like a tape that's on repeat. And it basically colors your life. Like it makes you hear messages differently. When people say things to you, it goes through that cassette tape. Like when someone says, oh, hey, you forgot to hand this in, or you forgot to do this, or you didn't do this. You're hearing, you're not good enough. Why aren't you getting it? Why aren't you mature? Why aren't you blah, blah, blah? The things that you used to hear as a child. Okay? So I'm just being real and telling you what happens with me. So when that happens with my child, when she tells me a certain comment that goes through that cassette tape, I have to filter. I have to consciously make the effort to say to myself, she's just a kid. She's not attacking you. There's nothing wrong with you. Okay? Look at it for what it is. What she's telling you is exactly what she means. It's not deeper than that. She's not attacking your character. That's an example of what motherhood brings, okay? So you gotta have tough skin. And you have, if you want to be a conscious parent, you know, that conscious parenting trend that's going on around social media. Conscious parenting is being, conscious, having your eyes open and paying attention and not just reacting. Like everything you say, you just react emotionally. It's like, no, stop and think. Wait, am I feeling this way because of my issues, or am I feeling this way because there's validity to it? And of course, I will reproach her if she crosses a line. You know, she's 8 years old. So there's the bad in terms of like having to face yourself, face your issues, etc. But there's the good too, which outweighs the bad by a million. You know, you have a little buddy. You have a little buddy, man. That's my little buddy. That's my little friend. Of course, I'm her mother, her authority figure, but that's my girl. Let's go in the other room. All right, so we're in my living room. This is where I spend most of my days chilling on that and relaxing out cool. This is where I have my coffee waiting for me. This is coffee. I put turmeric ginger. I put turmeric ginger powder. Let me show you. Turmeric ginger latte. This is a powder that I get from Amazon. This one is made in Ontario in Canada. So I'm sure there's a variation of this in America if you're watching this anywhere else in the world. But on Amazon, you can find any turmeric ginger latte powders basically. And I add it directly to my coffee. And I don't put anything else. So when I do intermittent fasting, you can have liquids like coffee, no juice, nothing with sugar, no sugar at all. But yeah, that's much better. And eventually, you know, we'll maybe get a mic and make sure that you can hear me, you know, one of those road mics. So yeah, I usually have coffee, turmeric, or just coffee on its own. Right now I'm drinking it black because, again, my intermittent fasting, no sugar whatsoever. So I don't eat until noon. I'm not going to eat till noon today because I try to have supper with my daughter. So what I do is I treat it almost like a work shift. So 8 hours a day, right? So I'm doing from 12 to 8. Say I start eating at 9 o'clock, then it's 9 to 5. If I'm eating at 8, I'm doing 8 to 4. And when I tell you I've been shedding fat, like consistently, and it's not that I'm trying. I wasn't trying to lose weight in the first place. I had heard so many great benefits from intermittent fasting. And I said, ooh, I really want to get... Actually, no, let me not lie. I think maybe a couple years ago when I started intermittent fasting for the first time, my goal was weight loss. I wanted to lose my stomach pouch. I wanted to feel a little bit lighter. I was like 180 pounds at the time, 180, 185. That's been my average weight for most of my adult life, right? I've always been between 175 and 185. Before I got pregnant, I was maybe 170. And I remember hitting 165 at some point. At the time I was living in New York, I was in acting school. I'll give you a whole background. If you're interested in all that, let me know in the comments. I'll give you a little bit of my little story, my life story so far. At some point I was living in New York, I was in acting school, and your girl was working like 2 to 3 jobs outside of school. It was crazy. I was in the best shape of my life, mentally, physically, not spiritually. We can also get into that. I was away from God, but I was definitely like, and yeah, I had dropped all the way down to 165. That had been the smallest I've ever been in my life until that point. Again, I was a server, I was a caterer, I was working in an office too. I did all of it. I worked at the Trump Hotel. I'll give you my whole life story, girl. We'll catch up. We can save that maybe for tomorrow. Okay, I'll give you a little background. Yeah, we're gonna get really intimate. I think this month when I do this 30 days, I think you'll get to know a lot more about me. And I would love for this to be a community. If you comment in the comment section, then it could be a back and forth, not just you listening to me. I mean, some people are shy. They just like to watch videos and not comment so much. So I can understand that too. You would be on social media. You would be a content creator if you were someone who, who wanted to voice either your opinion or share your life. So I get it. I get it if you just watch and you like and you're subscribed. That helps, of course. But if you can, get out of your comfort zone and comment and just tell me a little bit about you, it would be one way for me to feel like I'm not just talking to myself. But I do appreciate your support. If you're one of my subscribers and you've been watching everything that I share, thank you. Thank you so much. It means the world to this single mama. Well, yeah, I'll share a little bit more details too in the future about the intermittent fasting, why I do it, why I do it now. Because like I said, I used to do it for weight loss. Now it's just a lifestyle, girl. It's a lifestyle for many, many beneficial reasons. And I'll share those with you. At noon, I'm probably going to make myself an avocado toast. I've been mastering my toast, girl, and I don't eat gluten. So I got sourdough bread, which is supposed to be borderline gluten-free. Like the gluten in it is like minimal and it doesn't hurt anybody who doesn't react well to gluten like me. I'm sensitive to gluten. I don't have celiac disease, but I notice that I'm always bloated. Whenever I eat pasta, whenever I used to eat pasta or bread, it would make me bloat. And when I kept trying to lose my stomach pouch, I was always having trouble. I would find temporary measures. I would do a fast, or I would do aloe vera. I would do a cleanse, like a colon cleanse. Those things really helped just flush out and reduce the inflammation, but it was temporary. If I went right back to eating pasta, right back to eating bread, I would get swollen again. And cutting out gluten has melted my face. Like the fact that like my jawline is so crisp. Gluten-free intermittent fasting. This is what's going on right now. Some people see me and they don't recognize me. I ran into some people that I hadn't seen in like 10 years on the weekend. And they were like, oh, I barely didn't, you lost so much weight. I didn't. Meanwhile, I think I weigh, right now I'm weighing about 170, 172. Like I said, I've always been between 175 and 185. So it's not like I lost 50 pounds, but it's all the inflammation. It's the inflammation. It's gone. Like all this here, like I used to be much more round. And now I have like a defined jawline. It's not that much weight that I lost. I was swollen. I was basically swollen with all the inflammation, and now it's much better. And the turmeric is also anti-inflammatory. So I've been taking this regularly too. So inflammation is such a big deal. So yeah, we're going to catch up and talk about health because I'm big on that. We're going to talk about motherhood. I'm your new favorite momfluencer. I just love the title, momfluencer. Anyway, I'm going to stop yapping because clearly I can go on and on because I was thinking maybe I won't have enough to say. I don't have that problem, baby. So I'm going to leave you to it. go on about your day, go on about your night if it's already nighttime for you. I will see you tomorrow. And yeah, let's get this 30-day challenge. And thank you for being here. I've been reading Fervent by Priscilla Shirer. This book is just such a, it makes me work. It makes me work spiritually. So I can't go through it fast. I cannot. Like a book, usually I can finish it in maybe a week. This one, I'm not even halfway. I'm not even, and I've been reading this for at least almost 2 months. Yeah. Because I keep, like I'll read a few chapters and then I'll go back and I'll underline and then I'll go into the word and I'll study what it says. And then it's like it's a study book. It's a workbook for me. I'm putting in actual work. I'm not just reading it to read it. So yeah, highly recommend. He's teaching us how to be in communion with him. That's what we were created for. We were created to be like this with him. He wants relationship with us. He doesn't want to just have us be and come into this world and just go after just dreams and goals and working and just doing life to do life. It's like, no, you were built to be in connection with a greater being. That's your first purpose, is to be close to God. That's your first purpose. Then how you go about your life, your family life, your friends, your businesses, your work, your career, all of your dreams, your aspirations, all that comes second. And if we put that in priority, it's important to know how to pray, how to have that communication. You know how they say communication is everything? In a relationship, communication is everything, right? Well, that's your main relationship. So prayer is the means of communication. So if you can have an effective communication with God himself, I don't know about you, but to me, that's everything. I'm going to wish you a wonderful, beautiful day, and I will see you tomorrow. Okay? God bless. And thank you for being on this journey with me. I appreciate it. Sincerely. Love you.